the Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Washington Huskies and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. One of the things he's doing and his offensive coordinator is to make sure their wonderful wide receiver gets the ball. This transfer came in and has really put up yards and been productive. Close to 1,000 yards here today. He said, we're going to look on the play sheet, make sure we're getting him the ball, keeping track of how many times he's touching it. That's the game plan they're starting with. I'll keep you posted how that looks here in the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks offense has the ball first today. The last time these two bitter rivals got together, it was the Ducks pulling out a close one.
And the level of execution always seems to be on display when these two teams play, right? Both teams normally have a signal caller who's going to go on and play in the National Football League, and it comes down to which team had the ball last. That was Oregon.
Yeah, and they took care of business late in the game. They handled the moment better than Washington did. Now Washington's had a lot of time to think about it, and are they ready for this moment? This is a good squad. Every single year, the Ducks are good, but Washington's game for this matchup.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Moore. Out wide left, it's Stewart. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Turns up, it's Hooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Moore to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Now on the counter. Uh-oh, look out. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got to go.
Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they look like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Huskies offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Oh, he's got some space. The 50. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking for running room. Sees a crease. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Williams. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll give it to Washington. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Man, this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just control.
Max going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Huskies.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 91, set to kick this one away.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Moving out to the right. He'll get rid of it. Out wide right, it's Johnson. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. The Ducks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Throwing more. Under pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Williams on the play fake. Floats it out in space. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this matchup. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity.
Caught, and he's got room. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. The corners are walked up tight. Williams. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. It's Williams again. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult third down.
And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Third down from the gun, Williams. Still looking. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 99, set to kick it away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll need a bunch on second down. The run inside. It's Griffin. He's past the sticks. Maybe a crease. At the 30. Past the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Fires quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Holds and fires complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Williams to the air again. Rush is on. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running inside, it's Hill. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's Moore to throw. Left side, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Turns into the pile. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
On the direct snap, it's Moore. Rolls right. The throw. And that one goes incomplete, but there is a penalty flag, and they might have gotten him for OPI. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. Out wide left is Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Ducks are flying down the field. Moore will throw. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Takes a shot at the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Hill. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Williams. Rush right in his face. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Second and long here. It's Williams again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Bulldozes his way through. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Throwing, Williams. Going for 6. Touchdown, Huskies. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Number 93, set to kick this one away.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making the adjustment on the play. Run the gun on third down, Dante Moore. They get to him as he throws. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Now Oregon will call it second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's Williams to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Williams looking for a man. Sends it downfield. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks.
The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Washington's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, their transfer running back has been very steady, and this is what they brought him in for. They knew that he was going to have some emotions today going against his former teammates, but he has not let that show on the field. He is running hard and been dynamic. We'll see if he can keep it up here in the second half. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll run it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for us.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Right back to it. Defense all over it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Moore. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Makes a grab and room to run. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Williams will pass. He's going to let it go. Makes a deep grab. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Right side, it's Moss. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Williams. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And the Huskies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quick catch. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sitting back in the pocket, just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dead center perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he's going to bring it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing more. Left side is Hill. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Moore to the air. Look out. Hit as he throws. With the catch, it's Moore. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times on these play sheets, the offensive coordinators, man, they go, who do I want to get the ball to? How can I get him the ball? And sometimes when the space cramps down here in the red zone, how do you feature your guy?
Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! Setting up for the extra point that will put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The handoff. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Now just about ready to snap it to start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Play action with Williams. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
RPO complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Here's Moore to throw. Looking for a big play. He makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the two-point conversion to tie things up. Williams looking for a man. Over the middle, it's Williams.
Well, no question. They've got to score a touchdown and get the two-point conversion here, but that's a good start to this two-minute drive. You always want to get it going. You want to get that momentum going, put the defense on their heels. They accomplished that with the last throw.
Williams. He'll throw it. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. They'll give it to Washington. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. From the gun, just smothered on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Dante Moore can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Moore from the gun on third down. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. They'll give it to Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Send the tight end in motion. Play fake, Williams. Going downfield for the big play. Grabs it, and he will score! Touchdown, Washington! Now they'll try to tie it up with the two late. Throwing, Williams. They'll run the screen. He's into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Ducks sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Pull to the ground. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. On the gun, on third down, Dante Moore. And they're not on the same page there.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this first down, try and eat the clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Fourth down, Moore. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game.
I get it. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Can't make the play on the interception. And man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. The kick is on its way. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Tie game here with just a few minutes to go. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This defense will try to get the ball back for their offense or at least prevent a score here late in the fourth. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Moore. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's past the 30. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, defensively, you've got to have an answer for this athletic quarterback. You've got to do a better job containing him in the pocket, or you've got to have a spy ready to make a play and get a tackle if he decides to get out. But everything went wrong there. Not only did he get first, but you also let him get out of bounds and stop the clock.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing Moore. Got his man on the right. Oh, he got loose. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Moore will throw. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Now Washington uses his third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Working the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They give it back to him. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line and one of the biggest games of the year.
Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the right. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Williams from the gun on third down. Got his man. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Williams to the air again. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive.
I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. And you're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.